I'm so glad you found my video. This video is for blacks. This is how you can cut your expenses by 70%. 70% is how low you can cut your expenses. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show with your host Shikama, produced by Boundless Enterprise LLC, in association with www.lasvegasnevadadui.com. This video is how, or an example of cutting your expenses. A lot of people are inundated daily, and I'm glad you don't watch TV, with TV watching, and the TV watchers are bombarded with messages of you gotta have, but you don't gotta have, because you don't have, right? You don't gotta have. You don't gotta have the latest phone. The phone is for a function. For me, everything in my life has to have a function, and for you it does too. And for me, the function has to be, does it make me money? And you need to impart this on your children. I'm so glad you impart this on your children. You have to tell this to your children. Your children have brains that are soft and mushy and not filled with anything. And that's not saying anything derogatory. That's being serious. Your children are sponges. They absorb anything they hear, anything they see, and they think it's true. Why? Because they have nothing to compare it to. They have nothing right or wrong to compare the truth to. So the people who think that their children know the truth, your children don't know the truth because they have nothing to base or compare what they hear with the truth. So, if they see a commercial with little tiny cars whizzing by and iPhones whizzing by and the latest club or the latest song, they're going to think that that's the truth and that they have to have it. You as a parent are supposed to tell them, no, they're trying to get you to buy this. They're trying to get you to have this expense. And the phones today are expensive because you don't only have to pay for phone calls, you have to buy the phone and have a membership and have this fee and that fee and that fee and that fee. The very first thing you need to get rid of is your very overly expensive phone. Get the most basic phone you possibly can. And everybody, absolutely everybody, should have a landline. That is a stationary phone in your house. Why? Because in case of an emergency, they're going to call a landline. They're not going to call a cell phone. And if you don't know what's coming, let me be the first to tell you. The hammer is about to fall. Do you understand that? It's coming down. I don't know from what side. They're trying to egg people on to get them to riot so that they can crack down and declare martial law. The hammer is going to drop. So you need to prepare yourself. And the very first thing you need to do is prepare yourself financially. And the very first example I'm using is the phone. Why the phone? Because that's actually a basic need. You need a landline in your house. Wherever you live, apartment or house, you need a landline, stationary phone. I don't think you need a cell phone. You can have an emergency thing on you that sends out a signal to people should anything happen to you. And that doesn't cost a monthly charge or anything. You could get a rock bottom phone to serve as that purpose as well, to call 911. And I believe they have like $10 a month phones for those situations. So the first thing you get rid of is your phone, and revamp your entire notion of what a phone is for. Now, I said it has to make money for me. What I just told you was for emergencies. The landline is for emergency. The tiny cell phone or mechanism is for emergencies when you're walking around. You actually do not need to talk to anybody when you're walking around on your job or what have you. There's been a lot of people who have been fired over taking phone calls at their work. It is irresponsible and unprofessional, first of all. If you are in a position where you need a cell phone, that goes under my first category. Does it make me money? If you're in a position where you need a cell phone and your boss sends you instructions and you deal out instructions to your employees, that is serving its purpose for making you money. Now, let me say this, and I'll say this right off the top. Before you talk about I can't, don't say I can't. I've heard times and times and times and time again of millionaires, multimillionaires, the hundredaires, people who make real money. I don't mean that they're just worth $1 million. I'm talking about $200, $500, $800 million. Real money. Have said that they, when they were doing their deal, slept in their car and ate ramen noodles or ate bread sandwiches. That's sandwiches with nothing in them. They simply ate bread, and I've seen it. Bread and water. Slept in their car, bread and water. Now you say you can't. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that, but I've heard countless millionaires. Countless. It's not even close to being 20 or 40. Countless millionaires who said they slept in their car. These are not Bill Gates. Bill Gates had money. Apple, that guy had money. Ted Turner had money. What's his name? Trump had money. They all had money. They came into the game with money. I'm talking about self-made, real self-made. Real self-made millionaires slept in cars, ate nothing, starved themselves. But they dedicated themselves to their task. A lot of you complain about not having money, but you're not willing to do any and everything in your power, and that's in your power, to do it. I know people whose entire families went without, but are now multi-millionaires. And the children are much better for it too, because the children know exactly where a dollar comes from, unlike some of these, multi-millionaires whose kids just assume that everybody has $1 million birthday party, Now, I wanted to impress upon you that if the millionaire can do it, so can you. Reduce your expenses. You do not need TV at all. Cable TV whatsoever. You don't need it. The phone takes care of all of your emergencies. There is absolutely nothing that you need. No reason that you need a TV whatsoever. Add up your entertainment expenses. That means going outside of your home after work, going to movie, going to concert, renting movie, buying video game consoles, buying video games, renting video games, buying music, or renting, depending on how these modern online situations are. I want you to add all of that up, and then I want you to minus it out of your yearly expenses. So take out of your yearly income, take all of that and completely erase it out of your expenses. And I want you to take a look at that new number. So you have all of your income for the entire year minus your taxes that you pay. And I want you to calculate how much you expend in entertainment. And if you're using a cell phone for anything other than work, it is considered entertainment. It is not communication, because you can communicate a million other ways. That is entertainment. It is a gadget. It is for entertainment purposes. That's why they market to you like that. That's why they market to you with cute little girls laughing and skipping down the street holding the cell phone. It's marketed as entertainment. Why? Because they know if they try to market it in a way where they were talking about the practical uses, there would absolutely be nothing practical about 99% of the uses that are on the phone. Those aren't practical. Those are for entertainment. So I want you to understand what entertainment is. So minus your phone, minus your iPad or pad. If you don't use it for work, and I mean 99% of the time it's being used for work. I'm not talking about you playing Angry Birds on your lunch break. I'm talking about, do you use it for work all day, all night? If not, scratch your iPad off. Also, it's entertainment. It's nothing else. Laptop, same deal. Is it for work? Scratch it off. Your home computer, is it for work? Do you make money at it? If not, scratch it off. It's entertainment. Calculate everything that you use that's a gadget or something like that you do not make any money with it 99% of the time that you use it. My computer, this computer that you see me upload these videos, is used 99.99999% for business. I don't even touch the computer to even look at pictures or videos or anything like that. I go use something else. This computer that I'm recording this on is for business. Strictly business. And I conduct all of my businesses on this computer and calculate expenses and do my studying on it. That is how you expense out something. So I want you to take all of the gadgets that you do not absolutely receive a paycheck from by using it 99% of the time. Expense all of that out. Then see how much more money you would have in a year's time. All right? I'm going to go to the next video after this. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.